guys, so today I'm telling you a story about the time that I almost died. This happened many summers ago in Czech Republic while I was spending summer vacation there. And the great part about going to Czech Republic during the summer for me was that I had absolutely zero parental supervision. All I had were my grandparents who literally would let me get away with murder. So let's start at the beginning of the story when my cousin bought a scooter. Not this kind of scooter, this kind of scooter. I think I was 15 or 16 at the time. I clearly did not have my driver's license, but every time I would go to my cousin's house and go into his garage, I would see that scooter staring at me, and it spoke to me. It said, "Stephanie, I want you to take me places, and even though it's illegal and you don't know how to ride a scooter, I will teach you." All that was going through my head was like, you need to ride this scooter. It is your calling. It is your life's purpose. I personally set out to ride this scooter. So one day I woke up and the sun was shining. It was a beautiful summer day. So I called up my friend Lucy, aka Lucka, told her, I was like, listen, I have a really good idea. We're gonna go and steal the scooter from my cousin. He's never gonna know. We're just gonna take it out of the garage. We're gonna ride around for a couple hours and then we're gonna bring it back and he's not even gonna know that we were driving around with it. It's all gonna be okay. You don't have to worry about anything. So Lucy and I walk over to my cousin's house. I don't think anybody was home, and at that time in Czech Republic nobody really locked their doors. Somehow we got into the garage and the scooter was there. The key was already in the ignition of the scooter, so we wheeled the scooter very quietly from my cousin's street to the main road that connected to like a side road where we could take the scooter. And finally we like hopped on and it was so awesome. It was just me and my girlfriend sitting in the back of this scooter. I had never driven one before. Now, as a preface, I need to tell you guys what I was wearing. I was wearing a pair of hot pink shorts and a low-cut tank top. No helmet, no jacket, almost half naked. We hop onto the scooter and we start riding around. I'm just kind of like, this is amazing. The wind is blowing in my hair. I felt like I was gonna join a motorcycle gang, just getting a leather jacket and growing a beard and just taking off. We spent about an hour riding around and we kept switching back and forth because at one point she wanted to drive, and then it was like the last leg of our trip before we were going to bring back the scooter. So I was like, okay, well, let me get onto the scooter. I'll drive us to the main road, then we can get off and then walk the rest of the way. So she's in the back, I'm in the front, and I'm going about 35 miles per hour, and I was kind of showing off because at that point in the day I'd gotten really confident about my scooter operating skills. So we are going down this hill, and at the bottom of this hill was a really sharp turn, and right where that turn was there were a lot of rocks and gravel. So I decided to be such a badass and take that turn really fast, and I tilted the scooter, and all of a sudden the scooter just went like whoosh, and we literally fell sideways and slid down the gravel going at least like 20 miles per hour in short shorts, in tank tops. The moment we hit the ground, we just laid there for a second. I wasn't sure if I was dead or not. Are we dead? Did we die? Like, what just happened? Finally, after just like laying there and making sure that we were okay and that we were okay to get up, we slowly took the scooter off of our bodies, lifted it up. I looked down at my leg and it was completely red and covered in blood. It was disgusting, and I was just so in shock that the pain hadn't even hit me yet. My friend Lucy didn't have it as bad as I did, but she actually did have a huge burn on her leg from the exhaust pipe. At that point I was way too scared to even get on the motorcycle. I wasn't even sure if it was gonna work, and we just started laughing. Like hysterically. I don't know why. I think it was the only reaction we could have at that point. It was like, we just almost died. So we walked the rest of the way to my cousin's house. We brought back the scooter and we got our asses handed to us on a silver platter that day. My family was so pissed. My uncle, my aunt, my grandparents, for like several days, they excommunicated me from the family, and I just like sat in my room crying my eyes out. And after everything happened, I was just like thinking to myself, what did I do? Like, why did I do that? Was I like possessed by an evil demon? I'm really not sure. I think that my family didn't feel the need to punish me because they saw how much pain I was in and they saw the extent of my injuries. I would lay there at night just like crying, like, why did this happen to me? I know why, because I was an idiot. But I'm also very grateful that it happened because it made me realize that sometimes you should not steal a scooter when you are underage and don't have a license and ride it around town with short shorts and no helmet on. That's a life lesson right there. But in all realness, I have to say that motorcycles are dangerous. I know plenty of people that have lost their lives on motorcycles, scooters, or even car accidents. Just be smart, be responsible, don't do stupid things. Sometimes I look back at when I was younger and I'm just like so surprised that I am still alive. So that was my near-death experience. I consider myself so lucky. If I was going any faster, if I had hit my head, it could have ended much worse than it did. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the storytelling video. If you've ever had a near-death experience or anything like this that's happened to you, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, make sure to click the thumbs up button and to also subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!